Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Prana celebration for 2021, gearing towards the International Yoga Day. I'm Dr. Smita Prabhakar, your host for the event. Welcome to this amazing journey helping you to shift towards a holistic lifestyle. Yoga is a journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Prana, a blissful world. Prana is a 15K member platform dedicated to yoga, where yoga gurus, fitness experts, enthusiasts from various parts of the world come together. Prana aims to carry forward the virtues of yoga to the masses. Prana encourages everyone to have a healthy lifestyle. Yoga is the finest way to connect people around the world, and through Prana, we aim to promote the awareness of health. In the present norm of social distancing, our aim is to bring yoga to the comfort of your own homes. Today's topic is very, very, very special, coming from a war zone and how the duo, the gurus, who has actually started to bring in peace to a turbulent nation. So we will look at that and I will keep that in suspense. And now what we are going to do is we are going to set the ball rolling with starting with a prayer.
Namaste. ॐ संगच्छत्वं संवदत्वं संवो मनांसि जानताम् देवा भागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना upasate. May you move in harmony, speak in one voice. Let your minds be in agreement, just as the ancient gods shared their portion of sacrifice. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Aparna. That was beautifully rendered. Now we have a special treat for you. Something beautiful which is going to be performed, orchestrated with such synchronicity, a yoga dance. So I welcome yoga dance team performed by Vani Jain, Vijwal Jain, and Vijay Jain. Please go ahead.
ma pa ma ga ga re sa ni sa ga ma pa ni sa ga ma pa ni sa ga ma pa ni sa ni pa ma sa ga ma pa ma ga re sa pa ma ga ma pa pa ma ga ma pa pa ma ga ma pa. Watanam jali muna rupagya.
Thank you, Vani, Vijwal, and Vijay Jain for this amazing, amazing yoga dance. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Now it's the time. I would like to introduce our special guest for the evening. And at commencing the event, it's my great pleasure to invite a very, very, very special friend who has been a synonym for positivity and creativity for decades in the UAE, Mr. Nandakumar from the Lulu Group. Mr. Nandakumar is the Director, Marketing and Communication of Lulu Group International. He's in the UAE for the last 21 years. All these years, he is very active in various community activities and many initiatives. Past years, he was also played a vital role in organizing Yoga Day celebrations. Welcome, Mr. Nandakumar.
Thank you, Smita. Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. It is not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world and the nature. By changing our lifestyle, creating consciousness, it can help bring well-being. These were the words of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, while addressing the UN, urging them to adopt International Yoga Day on 27th of September 2014. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste, good evening, all dignitaries, yoga experts, yoga enthusiasts, and maybe not so enthusiasts also. The beauty of yoga, as you all know, is the fact that you can practice it literally anywhere without any costly equipment or facilities. Your home, park, office, or even the chair you're sitting could be the perfect place for yoga. So you don't have any excuses for not doing it, except, of course, your intent, interest, or willingness. In this age of fast food and super fast life, thank God, yoga has not faded into oblivion. It has not become out of fashion. It has not been confined to India only. In fact, it has become more popular and more vibrant, and yes, very fashionable, thanks to the many global celebrities who practice it and who are the biggest ambassadors and influencers. Ever since the launch of International Yoga Day in 2015, UAE has been one of the most prominent countries in the world to adopt it in its true spirit. This great country obviously is the perfect venue, with more than 200 different nationalities living here in utmost harmony and peace, a peaceful manner, thanks to the benevolence and the leadership of the great visionary rulers of this great country. And as someone who has been very actively involved in the conducting of International Yoga Day in some iconic locations across UAE in the past years, I must say it feels slightly sad to see this being confined indoors. But yes, changing times always requires changing format. And I'm so happy to see the online initiative by Prana to bring together all yoga enthusiasts from around the world. A really great initiative indeed. I know many of you are nowadays working from home or studying from home. That means much less physical activity and more time sitting at home or offices. So please, I would humbly urge you all to take that 5-minute break once in a while, every day, and do some serious yoga or at least light yoga, which will I'm sure bring a lot of wellness to you. Thanking you once again for all your patience and wishing you all a very safe and healthy life ahead. Thank you.
Now we'd look at the video. Thank you, Mr. Nandakumar, for such an incredible insight on yoga. Absolutely, as you said, we know that there are no excuses. You know how to just take 5 minutes on it. It's all about getting started, isn't it? Great. We are waiting for the video. I suppose, Mr. Nandakumar, there's a video playing in right now, right?
No, I think the video is being played by the organizers.
Okay. Okay, great. We'll take there could be a technical glitch. We'll take a few seconds to wait for the video. By the time they play the video, I would like to take this opportunity now to let the viewers know that at around 8:10, we will be opening for a Q&A segment. And if any one of you out there has a question, please do put in your questions into the live FB and chat box. And we will take as many questions as possible to answer it live. You can even post your comments in the Instagram as well, because today's session is going to be very interesting and it's very, very touching as well. The way our gurus have tried to implement the essence of yoga in a place you thought that could never be implemented. Great. So shall we? Amazing. Thank you. The video is on.
Namaste. Today, let's practice Chakrasana from Samatala Sthiti. Lie down on your back. Relax slowly. Observe the breath. Bend your legs from the knee close to the body. Take your palms close to the ears, the fingers pointing towards the shoulder. Now, strengthen yourself and slowly lift up by looking down to the mat. Be strong with your wrist and the hand. And while you exhale, slowly drop the head back to the mat. Release the hands and the legs. Bend your both knees to the chest and hug with your hands. Chakrasana is a beautiful pose to strengthen your spine and inner organs. Now slowly come up. Samatala Sthiti. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was an amazing video on a special asana, which can be used at most of the times. And now I'd like to introduce our gurus for the day, Mr. Abu Al-Khair from Syria, discovering the impact of yoga for kids. Mr. Abu Al-Khair has a bachelor in pharmacy. He's a certified yoga instructor from the GFS in Syria. He is also a certified instructor in vital energy and self-healing. He does voluntary work for the community service with the Syrian Yoga Center, also conducting workshops with yoga groups around Syria in yoga anatomy. He has been teaching kids yoga for the last 5 years. He's joined today with Ms. Sausan Shamat, yoga instructor from S. Vyasa Yoga Academy, degree in English translation and a degree in biology. She has been extensively working with the Juvenile Correction Center in prisons and also rape victims and various other crimes. And she has been relentlessly teaching them meditation and pranayama to take the whole essence of yoga and mindfulness to where they have taken it right now. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Abu Al Khair and Ms. Sausan. Welcome, the stage is all yours. You're muted. Could you please unmute yourself? Thank you.
Namaskar.
Fantastic. Great. I would like you to introduce yourself because there's a lot of things, when we had the conversation, which you've made, which is very, very touching in terms of how you got a war zone into a much more peaceful area, into the organization which you've worked with, where people are going through a lot of tremendous mental pressure into peace and giving unconditional joy to the children. So keeping that essence, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us more about you?
Thank you very much. Namaskar for all. Abu Khair Khatib, as you said, I'm pharmacist. It's been more than 5 years, yoga instructor, dealing with kids and all the issues with yoga and in all around Syria. Here in Syria, in the past few years, 10 years, it's been a lot of issue from the war and war zone. So we keep this our responsibility to start spreading yoga and all its aspects, to spread joy, love, and compassion to all. We love what we do. We love to share to all the world what the technique we do for kids and elderly.
Amazing. Can you tell us about the yoga in Syria, how it started and who brought it to Syria? What's the whole background of it?
Yes. So yoga in Syria, it has been for more than 20 years. We had a guru here. His name is Acharya Brahmananda. He brought yoga from India, from 20 years, as I said. And he started to teach yoga actually for free all around Syria, especially for kids. The main project in our ashram was kids, especially when it came to the war, this 10 past years. Our main focus was how to spread yoga to all the people around Syria to help them recover from all this trauma we had in this country, especially kids, because if we want to make any change in this society, so we need to help our children and to be able to actually help them and be with them. So we started to be with the government and the schools. Acharya started to make some teacher trainings all around Syria all these past years. And there's a lot of yoga teachers here in Syria in groups working in service and karma yoga. In Aleppo and Homs, all the cities around Syria. Our main idea is to serve our people. So actually, we all volunteers in this project. We don't take any money. We work for free. That's it. Acharya, who brought yoga, he taught us for free. We didn't pay anything to learn yoga. So now we are passing it to everyone, just like we learn it.
So amazing, Ms. Sausan, and such generosity. And nowadays, people taking out time and doing things free is unheard of. So thank you for those being those beautiful souls who's spreading love and light to the world. Thank you once again, and we're truly honored to have you here. And I would like to ask you another question. Why did you focus on kids yoga, especially in schools? I mean, why did you choose that particular segment? Could you share a few more details, and what was the reason?
You know, children is the seed for the change. Children is the future, male and female, the one who is responsible to build the future for Syria and for all the world. So if we start now with the children, later we'll have an conscious humankind. That's why we started with the children to spread joy, love, peace, happiness, to teach them non-violence project, to teach them the truth project, Hamsa, and Astea. That's why truthfulness. That's why we, when started with the kids, we know it's will be a conscious humankind later. This is the main idea.
Amazing. And I'm also like seeing how the amount of effort for you to even understand the culture, the language, and when you spoke certain words and the Sanskrit slokas, and I was like really, really amazed at how you have actually brought it into the core and truly getting the essence out of it. Thank you so much. That's great to see. Now, I'd like to ask you to please share some techniques that has helped kids to which has helped them, in their experience.
Yes, for sure. So when we start with kids in schools, we teach them how to be more conscious about their bodies, how to be because when they are at school, they will have some physical illness in the back, in the shoulders, in the fingers, for writings and sitting on the desks. So we teach them some techniques that may help them to just to be more aware of their body and to fix any problem or any injury they may have during their study in the school. So we'll start with the cow face. So we teach them this posture. Just to fix the shoulders and all the back. So they can use their books in the schools, so they can just fix the shoulders and fix all the back and make it more erect and straight. Okay, so another one, when we started, we launched the Ahimsa project, the non-violence. So we tried to teach people, to teach our kids how to be not violent with themselves and with others. So the first thing we teach them is how to love themselves and how to hug themselves. So we can sit, maybe. Okay, so the technique is, and they enjoy it a lot. They love to hug themselves and hug others. And now in the coronavirus pandemic, so we need it so much, how to hug ourselves because our loved ones are not with us. So we make kids concentrate on them, on themselves, on the love inside them, how to love themselves so they can love others. They love their friends, their families, and the whole community and the whole society and the whole people or all the kinds around the world. So another very important technique, we teach it in the schools, which is the abdominal breathing. So how to be conscious in their breathing. So when they take inhale, they move their abdomen like a balloon. That's why what we tell them. And when we do the exhalation, we release this balloon from our abdomen. So they enjoy it a lot and they laugh a lot, and they can imagine all the colors of the balloons in their stomach or in their abdomen. So one more thing in the ahimsa is, can we stand up? So when we are violent with ourselves, then we need to release all this tension and all these negative thoughts and emotions. So we teach them this technique. So we put our hands here, move it more apart. Yeah, good. So we take inhale, bring them down, and as you exhale, okay, so you touch your body and you release all the negativities, the emotions and the feelings that's not serving you. That's what we tell them. Okay, so we repeat it a lot of times. Another one, we teach them how we can release all the bad words or the negative words we may say as we are violent with others, maybe, all these bad words. So we do this technique. Okay, so we take inhale. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, the chest. Check. So one more time. Round your shoulders. 1, 2. So as you say this pa, so you release all these bad words. So you don't say it to your friends. That's what we tell them. And something they love it a lot, which is the yoga laughter. Maybe we can do one technique for the yoga laughter. Small one. Just put your namaskar mudra here. So when we laugh from our heart. Okay. So we will take here inhale, and as we exhale, we spread our hands and we make a very big laugh from our heart. So we start, inhale. One more time. Inhale. Okay, come on. One more time. Inhale. So the main idea is to pretend the laughter then until we make it. So it will be these techniques change their mood and all the class mood. They love it a lot, and they do it in their houses, and they teach all these techniques actually to their parents. And we teach the teachers in schools how they can deal with those kids in schools. We teach them all these techniques so they can be more relaxed, more happy. So maybe we can end these techniques with a mantra. We teach them a mantra. Actually, it's not in Sanskrit, it's in Arabic, but I will translate it in English for you. So they put their hands on their heart. This is in the middle of their chest. They close their eyes. And as they breathing, and as they are conscious and more aware of their breath, they can start the feeling of love in their hearts. Now they can repeat after me, love for all. You can repeat with me because kids repeat with me. Okay? Okay. Love for all.
Love for all.
peace for all,
peace for all,
joy for all,
joy for all,
happiness for all.
happiness for all.
Gently open your eyes. So we end every session with the kids with this mantra, and they love it so much. So they wish love and happiness and joy to all around the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste. I can feel the energy right from that Zoom screen to here. How amazing. And what was amazing was the laughter yoga. I just couldn't stop laughing myself, just by just listening to you. So that's a great stress reliever. And that opens up, smile is a big, even in Quran, it says it's charity. So by just connecting to the smile and laughter, you can change first yourself and the rest of the world. How beautiful. And you implemented that thought very, very profoundly to all the people out there. Great. Could you share me some details about how have you taught children about gratitude? Because that's one of the most, the highest, I think gratitude is bigger than love, I think so, in terms of the frequencies and everything, right? So could you please share some details on that?
As we said, we entered a lot of school. We have around 1,000 children in Aleppo. We have around 500 in Homs. We entered a lot of schools in all different capital in Syria. So we started to make smaller programs for the children. First, we can talk in the class. Then we enter to the playground. So to separate the class equally. First, we teach them for a daily routines. The children they make in their homes. Maybe they help their mother in the bed. We start to teach them to hug their families, to hug their mothers and fathers, to say the word "I love you, mom," to say "I'm grateful to be that you are in my life." Small details that make a lot of effort and difference for the families, because in these years, and especially in the children in this war, they suffer a lot. And they damage not only physically, also mentally. So we try to support the connection between the father, mother, and the children. There's a lot of cases. I can't remember all of them. There's some cases that we have brother and sister in same class. They can't hug each other. There's a lot of cases we have the girls, the daughter can't hug the father. It's not allowed. We can't. It's forbidden. So throughout the academic year in the schools and the yoga technique, we accomplished a very healthy connection between the sister and the brother, between the daughter and the father. And we see that in the end of the year, the family came to us and say, thank you. This is my first time my daughter say, I love you, mom. I love you, father. It's been a lot, since 10 years or 15 years, I didn't hug my daughter. Once time we started a small project that we let the children to call their families and say, mom, I love you. And we had an amazing experience, amazing reaction from the families. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Is there anything? Are you damaged or are you injured? No, mom. I just want to tell you I love you. This is a small details. We feel a lot. The kids are very intelligent, very emotional. They learn very fast. We hope we have a conscious future with these children.
So beautifully said, Mr. Abu. You rightly said, we all hesitate to even express our love to our own family, right? And all the unconditional love and anything starts from within and at home. So if they start things at home, they can spread the joy and love to the whole world. And that's a noble thing. I've not heard anyone teaching, to tell the children to go and tell mom, I love you, mom, right? Ideally, they would be expecting it, but there are certain boundaries, certain norms, which we were conditioned not to do that, and you have broken those barriers, and that's like a great initiative. And later on, when initially they would, as you said, they would be quite worried, like, is she okay? Why is she telling I love you for no reason, right? So love can be unconditional, right, without any reason. So beautiful, beautiful. I mean, that's an incredible feat what you have achieved when the parents have come back and told you that, you know, the family's ties have grown stronger. I think, you know, when we look at kinesiology, a lot of people like being touched and hugged. You know, we do not know now in terms of the pandemic stuff, but you know, that is a great way of showing how you care. Thank you. I mean, it's very rare. I've not heard much that this has been taught in the schools, and that's an incredible initiative. Now, Mr. Abu, I would like to ask you about how you have implemented this in the rural cities in Syria. How did you reach there? And what was your hurdles? And how did you overcome those hurdles? Could you share some light on that?
I will share this experience.
Sure, please.
You know, when you were talking about love, unconditional love, we had a war, okay, for 10 years now. So when there's war, there's no love. So we had to spread love in order to stop the war. So kids needs to know they have to love each other so we can end the war. This is the main idea. So when we went to the rural of the cities around Syria, we found, so yeah, you asked how we reached there. So sometimes we have some teachers with us. They are from these villages or these areas. So they come and they learn with us yoga, and they can suggest, why don't you come and make like a lecture, or can we meet the head manager of the school, or maybe we can see all these officials in the city, we can make something in schools and with the government. So this is how we started. In Aleppo, we had the permission from the government to go to all the schools in the rural of Aleppo, which was not safe even. So it was so
I think the screen is frozen. It's so amazing to hear this, that they have proved in a war-ravaged zone that message of love can be passed through yoga, and it can be a solution, right? Everything starts with a small fire. And do they have any, we would just want to ask them by the time they come back, if they have any plans to extend their services to many, many more other areas. I also have known from them that they have about 200 centers, which is doing free yoga for people. So yoga is very, very extensive in Syria. So it's amazing. And I'm just waiting to see whether they are able to connect. Meanwhile, I would like to share something that, you know, when I did this, you know, people waiting for permission to express their love or affection, right? And the way they have taught people to even make the bed, children how to make the bed, and what's the right way to hug their parents, and how do you connect to the parents and bring that love in? Because once a love flows from one side, the other one just follows. And I've experienced this I used to teach dance meditation. It's a moment meditation practice. In that meditation, when you see, initially people are like really, really, really tied up, you know, they are so stiff, and they have all this egos and all this belief system saying that people are going to judge me and all of that, and then they don't even move. And when you say that it's okay, life is not to be serious, right? Life is about living the present. And when they feel that, okay, no one is going to judge me, no one is going to tell anything to me, when they have the permission, they just go wild, they go ballistic. So by the end of the event or the session, the whole Zoom room would be dancing. And then one of the ladies was mentioning to me, Dr. Smita, by the year of 7 years old, somebody told me something and I was not allowed to dance. So thank you for letting the moment come into me. Thank you for giving the permission. So, everyone is waiting for that permission to be free or to express love. Thank you so much. And I know, yes, Ms. Abu Khair has already joined. Great.
We are so sorry, some issues.
Sorry for the technical issue, internet connection problem. We can't control it. I'm sorry. As you said, we have a lot of centers in Syria. Now in Syria, we have around 22 free centers to spread yoga philosophy and techniques. These centers also daily, they teach yoga or once or twice per week to spread yoga. And all the students, they believe in yoga and also spread for another cities and another homes, families. So that's why the main message for us to spread to every family, to teach the philosophy of yoga. That's why how we reach all the rulers and all the rulers and families. We start with the smaller group. We start to grow up with the cooperation of many organizations and families to spread yoga for all.
Beautiful. That's so profound. And just wanting to ask, at what age can children start doing yoga? What's the right time to start yoga?
We can deal with kids from age of 3 or 4, but if you want to make a real change, so we can in 6 years, when they are in the first grade in their school, so they when they start to learn some habits and they are starting to build their own identity and personality, so we can make the change within them.
Beautiful. In terms of the personality, and if they're going to the school and they can be more confident, and is there any yoga technique or any method for them to improve their memory, concentration, and focus? And is there any special asanas which you do with the children so that they can improve that?
Yeah, there is actually the meditation. So we teach them how to meditate and how to concentrate on their breath so they can improve their memory and all this the function of their brain. And there's the super brain technique. We teach them also so they can also be more fit. We just hold these ears from here, and we take inhale. As we exhale, we go down, and then inhale, make our back straight, and exhale. Yeah, we repeat it so many times, but the main thing is meditation and the breathing. That's what helped them a lot from our experience. And we teach them Nadi Shuddhi actually. This is the alternative breathing. So they used to do it before the exam so they can calm their minds and be more quiet and more focused on their test.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abu and Mrs. Masausan, for your valuable time. And we are very, very, very happy that you're here with us and spreading love all around the world.
To be with you here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Great. Now let's watch a video on how families integrate yoga in their daily lives. We're just waiting for the video to be played. Today, there are some technical glitches or the connection is not coming through. And while the video is being played, if I get a notification, till then, is it okay, Mr. Abu, if I ask a few more questions and you can share some more details about your experience and what were the hurdles, initial hurdles? And that would be an inspiration for a lot of people out here where they see that, oh, it's not possible. It's very difficult. What were the challenges, what you faced during that time? Is it okay for you to share us those details?
Yes, there's a lot of challenges to talk about. First of all, you know, in the Arab region, yoga it's not very familiar with. So we have an issue with the government. So to have the approval to enter the schools, to have the approval to go for the gym, for the schools, for any other activity we want. So we want days, weeks, even months to have the approve. We have an issue with sometimes with the family. So they have a lot of complaint because they go internet and they go ask what is yoga. They have they don't have the big picture of the yoga. What is the true message of yoga? The peace, harmony for body, mind, and soul. There's a lot of issue maybe with the children. You know, children full of energy. So they want to jump, fight, talk to each other. So these are small issues. We can, every time we have a new technique, we have to move around, to try a new way to solve it. Any idea?
Yeah, actually, it's more about the essence of yoga, because all these families and sometimes kids. Once I had a kid, a boy, in second grade. He's 7 years old, and he came to me and said, "Miss, my mother said yoga is haram. It's forbidden. We are not supposed to do yoga." I said, "Why?" "I don't know. She just said it's haram." So I told him what we are doing. He said, we learned how to breathe, we learned how to love each other, we learned how to be more quiet, not to be violent. So I told him, is this haram? So he said, no. I said, okay, so don't believe anything but your experience. So now you are experiencing yoga. So anything is haram? No, miss. So, okay, just keep practicing yoga. So this issue, we face it a lot, especially in these rural areas, because they are so restricted and they don't have this idea or this mentality about what's yoga, or what does it mean to just close your eyes and focus on yourself, how to know yourself, how to know your body, how to connect with the supreme power or the God or Allah or whatever we can call this energy. So this is the main struggle actually. But we are trying to just at Sharia all these years try to bring yoga and fix it to be more acceptable in our society. So we don't bring all these mantras in Sanskrit and we start our session in the school with Om Shanti. No, we will be not acceptable. So when we ask the kid, what are you doing when you woke up? So I go and pray. Okay, perfect. When you pray for God, why don't you wish love for all and peace for all and joy for all and be grateful for all the blessings you are living? So that's why that's how we actually we overcome all these issues and all these struggles. But
baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps, because our society is so hard to deal with, and actually we don't have all the permissions and the official waivers and all these things, because it's war and nothing is easy in Syria. So we are trying our best.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. As you rightly said, once they experience what yoga is themselves, then they would know what it does. And it's all about aligning your whole mind, body, and soul to the cosmic geometry and just being one with everything, the true essence of yoga and meditation. And meditation connects with the neuroscience, and so many researchers have shown that, how it increases the size of the hippocampus and the amygdala. So from a scientific point of view, from a traditional, from the ancient philosophy point of view, it has been a part generations, and if people have implemented and if they've seen the benefits of it, I'm sure that your message, the way you're carrying on the message is amazing. And I just want to one short question: how are you planning to take this forward into the whole of Syria? What do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Okay, as we said, we have a lot of free center now. We are trying to spread yoga, to have a new teacher, to have a new volunteers in every city in Syria. This is our mission, to spread now, to have a stable base with all the instructors. Then we can go horizontal and vertical in all directions to start spreading in all Syrian cities and villages.
Now it's so hard because of the pandemic. Can't move as we want, but we are still doing some teacher trainings, and we are still having new teachers around Syria. But our expectation and our future is to reach every kid in Syria, everywhere.
So amazing.
And them some techniques to be more happy in this world.
Thank you so much. I wish you duo to have an amazing journey ahead, and maybe all the hurdles be lighter and lighter. And thank you for once again spreading this peace around the world.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Great. Now let's watch a video on how families integrate yoga in their daily lives. Family yoga.
Namaste. We would like to perform some variations of Ulkadasana here. Ulkadasana is a very good posture of yoga which is beneficial to our body in many ways. It helps to strengthen our backbone, thighs, calf, ankles and shoulders. It eases the blood circulation of our body and thereby strengthens our heart and lungs also. So let's try Ulkadasana. Let's start with Ulkadasana. First variation, stand straight, look straight, keep our legs at about 1 feet distance. Now breathe in and raise our hands. And now breathe out and sit like on a chair. Let our thighs be parallel to the floor. In, out, in, out, in, out. Second variation. Keep on the same position. Breathe in. Sit and out. And raise our foot angles only. In, out. In, out. In, out. Now stretch our legs a little more at about 3 feet distance. Breathe in. Sit. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Next variation. At the same position. Breathe in and fold our hands in pranam mode. Now sit, breathe out. Out. Next variation. Keep our legs closed. Breathe in. Let our face be up to the folded hands. Now sit like before. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Next variation. Keep our legs closer like before. Now, breathe in, pranam mode, and bend our body to the right like this. Let our folded hands be at the level of the chest. In, to the opposite side. Out to the right. Out to the left. Thank you for watching our family yoga. Being members of the Ekada family, we have been practicing this daily yoga hardly for 3 years. But still it has benefited us in many ways. It regularizes all the functions of the body.
Daily practice of yoga helps myself and my family to lead a healthy, happy and peaceful life.
It helps me to maintain a good body posture.
We take this opportunity to thank Prana and Ekada to provide us such a chance to perform our yoga. Namaste.
Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful, beautiful performance of yoga. I wish each and every family integrated yoga into their lives. The world would be a better place. Great. We'll connect once again tomorrow live with our guru, Mr. Prakash Chugani. We will be discovering paradigm shift from parent to partner. Our special guest who will be joining us tomorrow will be Dr. Sham, MD, MPhil, who is a medical director of Dr. Sham Ayurvedic Center, medical director of Natura Wellbeing, and the medical director of Back to Roots India. Namaste. See you all tomorrow, same time, same live, 7:30 p.m. UAE. Now let's conclude the evening with a prayer. Namaste.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let all be happy. Let all be healthy. Let all see the good in others. Let no one suffer from unhappiness. Om, peace. Namaste.